Have we got it on, Tom?
Yeah, it's on.
I see a thumbs up back there. Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everyone who's here and everyone who is joining us online. For those of you who have been with me when I've been leading services in the past, you know sometimes I play my violin, and I usually stand over here on the left-hand side of the bima, but it's always a little awkward going back and forth between the mic and over there and over here, so I've repositioned myself tonight, and I'm hoping this works better, but in case it doesn't, we'll see, because I'm sure there are advantages and disadvantages to everything that we do. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good to see everybody, and we'll start off with a little bit of Bim Bam. Oh, and also we have these new prayer books here. That's wonderful that our new prayer books have come in, and they're all here on the chairs. I'm actually just receiving my new prayer books this evening, but I've prepared the service using the old prayer book. So I think most of you probably recall a lot of the prayers and songs that we do on Friday night. So hopefully that will be okay. And if you want to try to find the pages in the new book while I'm using the old book, if you'll help me out with that, I'd really appreciate that tonight. And the next time I lead, I will definitely come prepared with the new book. So, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. And in the old book, it would be page 8 for Hine Matov next. If you would like to try to find things like a game in the new book, feel free. Are you bringing the old books?
Well, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, for those of you who are here with us, if you're online, you may well still have the old book, and so hopefully you'll be following along there. So page 8, Hine Matov, I'll play on the violin, and feel free to sing with the violin. As you know, if you sing, then it makes a nice, beautiful sound, and it also happens to cover up any mistakes that I may make on the violin, so that's always helpful. We're going to have a bit of a musical Shabbat tonight, and so I'll be playing a few extra songs mixed in, a little bit more music and a little bit less talking tonight. And so we'll bring in Shabbat with Hevenu Shalom Aleichem. Please turn to page 16 for Shalom Aleichem. So tonight, we've actually just passed the Israeli Independence Day from last week, Yom Ha'atzmaut. And so in thinking about Israeli Independence Day, what I've done this evening, instead of doing more talking or instead of bringing something highly philosophical to you or thinking about things, I've decided to incorporate some Israeli music, some Israeli folk music, and the Israeli national anthem. So you'll hear a little bit more playing tonight as we go through. But first we'll move on to page 38 and do Lecha Dodi. So turning to page 38, we'll sing Lecha Dodi. So we'll do the first, second, and last verse. And when we get to the last verse, we will all stand up and face the door to greet the Shabbat bride. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zakor dibur echad, ki ishmi'anu elcham yuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo teferet v'thilah. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekorcha bracha, merosh mikeden nesucha, sof ma'aseh mashvata v'tila. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Please rise and greet the Shabbat bride. We will do the last verse together. Bo'ui v'shalom ha'atzeret bala, gam v'simcha uv'shola, tochemunei am segula, bo'ui chala, lecha dodi lekra hakala, b'nei Shabbat nekach bela, lecha dodi lekra hakala, b'nei Shabbat nekach bela. You may be seated. We'll turn over to page 122 now, in preparation for the first mourner's Kaddish. And we will read a heritage of memories whenever I manage to get there in my book. I seem to be turning many pages, and still I am not at page 122. All right. Here we go. A heritage of memories. May the memories which we cherish and lovingly now recall inspire us so to live, that we too may bequeath a heritage of precious memories to those whom we shall leave behind. In tribute to our departed, may we enrich the lives we touch. May we share and preserve the faith which our mourners will now affirm as they rise to sanctify God's name in the hallowed words of the Kaddish. Please turn to page 24. As a congregation, tonight we are saying Kaddish for Irving Feinberg, father of Nancy Mendel. We are saying Kaddish for Leon Sobel, uncle of Barry Cook and uncle of Joni Mayer. We are saying Kaddish for Baruch Cohen, the husband of Shlomith Cohen. And we are saying Kaddish for Richard Schatzberg, the cousin of Nancy Mendel. We are also saying Kaddish for Harold Lev, the father of Toby Lev, and for Beatrice Mardex Gussow, the mother of Irving Gussow. And we are saying Kaddish for Annette Rosenthal, the mother of Betsy Batwin. Is there anyone who would like to add names today for anyone else that they may be saying Kaddish for here tonight? I would like to add all of the unknown names that we do not know about who have died in Ukraine with what's been going on over there. Many of those folks may not have anyone to say Kaddish for them if their whole families may have perished. And many of the folks over there who have perished, their loved ones may not know they have perished yet. And so they also have no one to say Kaddish for them. And so we will add their names to our list as well. Yet Gedal, Yet Kadash, Shemei Rabbah. Berma divra chirute ve'almich machute. B'chaychon ve'omechon v'aviyedecho bet Yisrael. V'gala v'zvan kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehesh me rabba mevrak le'alam ume omaya. Yet barak v'ishtavak v'tra'ar v'traman v'itnaseh. V'tadzar v'taleh v'talal shemere kudesha. Leila mirko birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata lamiran derma v'imru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shamayim v'haim aleno v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom v'imrumav u'yaseh shalom aleno v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. Well, actually, I believe we will be standing again. Please turn to page 50. Please turn to page 50 and stand for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorah le'olam va'ed. Praised are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, whose word brings on the dusk of evening. Your wisdom opens the gates of dawn. Your understanding regulates time and seasons. The stars above follow their appointed rounds in response to your divine will. You create day and night. You alternate darkness and light. You remove the day and bring on the night. You separate one from the other. We call you Lord of heavenly hosts. You are our living God. May you rule over us as you rule over nature. Praised are you, O Lord, who brings on the evening dusk. Please turn to page 52, and you may be seated. And we will do Avat Olam together. Avat Olam Bet Yisrael Am Havta Torah Mitzvot Hukim Mishpatim Otanu Limahadeta Al Ken Adonai Eloheinu V'shosh Benu Uvkumeinu Nasiya Behu Kecha V'nisma V'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha Le'olam v'hed Ki hem Yayenu Ve'orei Yameinu Uvahem Neged Yomam V'layla Ve'avatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. With everlasting love, you have loved the house of Israel, teaching us your Torah, its mitzvot, laws and judgments. Therefore, when we lie down and when we rise up, we shall speak of your commandments and rejoice forever in your Torah and in your mitzvot. For they are our life and the length of our days. On them we will meditate day and night. May your love never depart from us. Blessed are you, O Lord, bestower of love upon your people, Israel. And if you happen to know the Israeli national anthem, this is Hatikva. Please feel free to listen or to join in as you please. Please turn to page 54 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. You shall take to heart these words which I command you this day. You shall teach them diligently to your children, speaking of them when you are at home and when you are away, when you lie down at night and when you rise up in the morning. You shall bind them as a sign upon your arm, and they shall be a reminder above your eyes. You shall inscribe them on the doorposts of your homes and on your gates. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha uv'chol nefshecha uv'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavacha hayom alevecha v'shinatam levanecha v'debarta bam v'shiftecha bevetecha uv'leftecha v'derek uksharbacha ukemecha ukshartam le'ot al yedecha v'hayu letotfot ben enecha uktavtam al mezot betecha uvisharecha. And if you will, then read through silently on your own to page 58. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Please join me on page 60. Since we all have the books, we'll do this responsively. True and certain it is that there is one God incomparable, and that we, the household of Israel, are God's people. God who redeemed us from the might of tyrants, delivering us from slavery into freedom. Great are the things which God has done, with wonders which are without number, delivering us from inspiring hope and faith in every generation. May God continue to protect our people and guard all humankind from disaster. When the children of Israel beheld God's might, they gave thanks and praised the divine name. They accepted God's sovereignty willingly and sang in joyous thanksgiving. Mi kamoka ba'elem Adonai, mi kamoka nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei ayam lifnei, Moshe zeli anu v'yamru, Adonai yimlo le'olam va'ed, V'ne'emar kifar Adonai Yaakov ugalok milyak chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Israel. Page 62. We'll do a little bit of Hashkivenu. This is the prayer for comfort and protection, asking God to watch over us and guard us as we sleep, and a special thought in my mind to help guard and watch over all those in Ukraine, as I hope they might be able to get a little bit of sleep with what's going on. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'chamidenu malkenu l'chaim, ufros alenu sukat shlomecha, ufros alenu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. Together, let's do to lie down in peace right below the Hashkivenu. Help us, O God, to lie down in peace and protect us with your love as we sleep. Lighten our burdens and soften our hurts. Restore our bodies and refresh our souls. May we rest secure and untroubled, and arise with confidence to the challenges of a new day. O guardian of Israel, who neither slumbers nor sleeps, shelter us and our people in your tabernacle of peace. Please turn to page 64 and join me for Vishamru. Some people stand, some people sit. It is up to you. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam barit olam. B'nei Uven, b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam, Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam barit olam. Ki shed yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam barit olam. Uvav yom shad shvi shavat vaynafash, Shabbat vaynafash, Shabbat vaynafash, Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam barit olam. And before we move into Hatzi Kaddish, we will play another song, an Israeli song. This one is Artza Alenu. We have come to the land. So it is an Israeli kibbutz song. We have come to Israel, planted and seeded the land, but not yet harvested. Artza Alenu. Please turn to page 66 for Hatzi Kaddish. Yitkadav yitkadash amirava, erma divrach yirute v'yomek mohutze, v'chai honu yomechon, uvav yedecho bet Yisrael, v'agala v'agala, uvizman kachriv, v'imru amen. Yeshme Rabba Meforak, Le'olam Omeomaya, Yitbarak, Yitbarak Vishtabak, Vidrar Vidraman Vinase, Vitadar, vitale, vitalal, shemir kudisha, brihu, leila, mirkol berchata, vashirata, tushbechata, vanechemata, damiran velma, vimeru, amen. Please turn to page 69. For the Amidah, and you'll want to stand up for that. And we'll read the Amidah silently through to page 78. Or this is a time when you can see the prayers that are in your heart, and we can also use this time to think about some things that are going on in the world and give a special prayer for, again, those in Ukraine. So when you are finished, you may be seated, and as usual, we'll start in a little bit with singing some Oseh Shalom after, and I will also do a little on the violin with Shalom Rav. So if things start up before you're seated, please don't feel rushed. Things aren't really starting up. There are just some things going on in the background. So please take your time with your prayers. Oseh Shalom b'mav, Oseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'himru amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, Yako Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, Yako Yisrael. This is Shalom Rav on page 74. Please turn to the back cover of the book for our Mir Shabbat, for the prayer for the sick. We'll sing the first part, and then we'll stop in the middle to read the names that we are praying for as a congregation, and then you'll have an opportunity to add any names as well. Misheberak avotenu mekor habracha limotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. As a congregation this week, we are saying prayers for Barbara Almond, Steve Ashheim, Mona Bakov, Sawyer Bartel, Teresa Calla, Amelia Cooley, Audrey Dash, Gordon Feinberg, Dion Foley, Justin Foley, Alice Foley, Pearl Friedman, Bob Gemson, Carla Gonzalez, Jeffrey Greenwald, Alan Jacobs, Rita Kendall, Keith Langston, Steve Lifshin, Robert Maya, Sandy Minkin, Eve Homburger, Morris Rashi, Dom Salfi, Rob Seltzer, Harleen Schreck, Leslie Schulsinger, Izzy Sigmund, Saul Stein, Andrea Diane Sylvester, Bill Thompson, Peter Teitelbaum, Nancy Town, Herb Weissman, Suzette Weissman, Katharina Williams, Liebel Ben Margolit, Liebe Shlomit Rachel Bat Margolit, Fidel Shlomo Ben Devora, Yisrael Ben Ethel, and Avraham Ben Binyamin. Are there any other names that we would like to add at this time? Anyone else who is ill that we are saying prayers for here? Again, I will add all those who are suffering in Ukraine and those Ukrainians who are suffering elsewhere, who have escaped or who may be here and are feeling this so much in their hearts with what is going on. Misheberak imotenu mekor habracha le'avotzenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Please turn to page 92. And we will read in the English the prayer for Israel in the middle. We ask your blessings, O God, for the state of Israel, for the land of Israel, and for the people of Israel. Bless those who defend the land and protect its people. Bless its leaders with wisdom, courage, and dedication. May they be resolute in the face of challenge and unwavering in the pursuit of justice and peace. May Israel be a beacon of hope for the oppressed, a source of inspiration to all who are free. Fulfill in our day the ancient promise. Zion shall be redeemed through justice and its inhabitants through righteousness. Amen. And another Israeli song. This one is Zum Gali Gali which is an Israeli pioneer song. A pioneer is fit for work, and work is fit for a pioneer. Please turn to page 112 for Kaddish Shalem. Yitgedal Yitgedash Merabah. V'yolmad yibrach ruteh, v'yolmech machoteh, b'chayichon v'yomechon, t'chayet kol bet Yisrael, v'galav yizman karev v'yimeru. Amen. Yesh merav mevorak, le'olam u'me'amaya, yitbarak v'shtabak v't'ar v'traman v'naseh, v'tzadzar v'taleh v'talal shemei d'kudisha, v'rihu. Le'lo mirkol birchata v'shirata, t'ushbachata v'nechemata, damiran v'yolma v'yimeru. Amen. Titgabal slotchon vatchon dachol Yisrael kodam uvhatchon divishmaya v'emaru. Amen. Yehesh lamarava mishamayim v'haim aleinu v'yokol Yisrael v'emaru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'yokol Yisrael v'emaru. Amen. Please turn to page 118 for Aleinu. All rise. When you've gotten to page 118. I actually got there faster this time. Usually I'm the slow one with the pages. Aleinu l'shaveh al Adon hakol, latet gedula lioseh breshit, shelo asanu k'geroratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot chadama, shelo sam hilkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chol chamonam, v'anaknu korim, u'mishtakavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlakim, akadosh baruch hu, shehu notei shamayim v'yosei haaretz, u'mashav yakarov hashamayim ima'al, u'shlinat huzo, v'gofeh meromim, hu Eloheinu enod, emet mokenu efes ulato, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת יום והשבות אל לבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, והשמיים עמו, והארץ מתקנות, על כן נקבע. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. אם may be seated. Unless you are in mourning, please turn to page 124. We will be doing Mourner's Kaddish for our second time on the Friday night. I find it interesting that we do it twice on the Friday night, and the reason behind it interesting as well, in case someone does not make it to the Saturday service, then they have done their the Kaddish twice, and so we will do it here now. Yit Gedal, Yit Kedash, Shemerava, Berma, Tivrach, Yirulte, Vilmik Machute, Bachai Hon, Vyamechon, Ufaviede, Chobet Yisrael, Bagala, Visman, Kawi, Vimru, Amen. Yehesh me Rabba Mevrak, Lealam, Ome, Omaya, Yet Barak, Vishtabak, Vitar, Vidraman, Vidnase. Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemir Kudisha, Berihu. Leila mir Kobir Chatav Shirta, Tushvachatav Nechemata, Tamiran, Belma, Vimru, Amen. Yehesh Lama Rabba Mishamayim, Vaim Aleno Viakol Yisrael, Vimru, Amen. Ose Shalom Vimrumav, Wease Shalom, Aleno Viakol Yisrael, Vimru, Amen. And for our last Israeli song of the evening, we will go with one that you all know. It is an Israeli folk song, Hava Nagila. And please turn to page 128. We will do Adon Olam, and we will do announcements after Adon Olam. So please join me in Adon Olam. And I sort of favor that one that echoes. And so, I start off Adon Olam, and then you say Adon Olam. So let's get a rousing version of this going. Here we go, page 128. Adon Olam, Shem Allah, B'terem kol yitzir nivra, lit nasa v'esakol, as I melech shemo nikra Adon Olam, v'hare kilot hakol, levado yimlo nara Adon Olam, v'hu haya, v'hu hoveh, V'hu yeh v'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Shem Allah, B'terem kol yitzir nivra, yit nasa v'esakol, azay melech shemo nikra Adon Olam, v'hu echad v'ein sheni, l'am shilo l'chaber Adon Olam, v'li reshit, v'li tachlit, Velo ha'oz v'ha'misra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Shem Allah, B'terem kol yitzir nivra, lit nasa v'esakol, azay melech shemo nikra Adon Olam, v'hu eli, v'haygo eli, v'sor hebli v'yitzara Adon Olam, V'hu nisi umanos li, v'nat kasi v'yom ekra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Shalom, Shem Allah, B'terem Kol Yasir Nivra, Let Nasa, V'Zekol, Azam Ele Shemoni Kradan Alam, Ve'ado Avkid Ruhi, Be'etishan Ve'irav, Adon Alam, V'im Ruhi, Gaviatzi, Adon Ali Ve'lo Adon Alam, Adon Alam, Adon Alam, Shem Allah, B'terem Kol Yatzir Nivra, Lit Nasa, V'Zekol, Azam Ele Shemoni Adon Alam. And Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to have announcements now. And following announcements, please meet us. We're doing a Kiddush in the back. We'll do a Kiddush in the back, and that'll be on page 90 when we get to it. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And please stay for announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, everyone. Lynn, thank you so much for leading us in services. It was beautiful as always, and your beautiful violin playing. Please join us tomorrow morning. Services begin at 9:30 a.m. This coming Sunday is our Lag Bomar picnic at Wekiva Springs State Park. Please plan to attend. The park opens at 8. They recommend you get there by 8:30, 8:45, because when the parking lot fills, they won't let any more cars in. It's $6 per car, and you can have up to 8 people in a car. There's so many activities to do there. There's water activities, there's swimming, kayaking, canoeing, there's trails to walk. It should be a very fun day. Please plan on bringing a dairy lunch, and dessert and drinks will be served there by the men's club. Then this coming Friday evening, our services will be honoring the birthdays and anniversaries for the month of May. We will be having a very special oneg for that evening, so please come and join us for that. And then that following Sunday, on May 22nd, there's a very special event happening at Ohev Shalom. There is a Mark Stone, who is a well-known mentalist, will be putting on a show. His show is called Mania. It's Mental Mania. He's done shows all over the country. He's done shows at Beth Am before. It's an amazing show, and all proceeds from the show go to the Ukraine refugees. He's not getting any money for it, and neither is the synagogue. So please plan to attend. Tickets are $36. There's been an email going out. I think you can click right on the email and buy your tickets right from there. And then finally, on June 3rd, Friday evening, we'll have our next Havurah. It's to honor Rabbi Barnett for this past year, all that he's done for us. We'll be having a potluck dinner. There also emails went out on that. You can sign up for bringing something for the dinner. It should be a very nice evening. Havurahs are always so well attended by us. In fact, we now have a Havurah section on our webpage. You might want to look at that. It's under worship. There's so many activities going on in Congregation Beth Am. Every Wednesday we have Mahjong, both teaching and playing. And on Thursdays we have book club and movie chat. There's a lot of activities. Please join us for the activities or come to services. And Shabbat Shalom.
Please join us in the back for Kiddush.